Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for
I thought
joining
you were
us for
saying hi to
another.
me. Fuck.
Huh?
I thought you were saying hi to me.
I'm not saying hi to you. I said hi to you earlier. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Let's Draw, in which Joe, the assistant, forgets how we've done things every time for the last year. Uh, and with me, Jason Sean Alexander, the man with three first names.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Do you think that works to your benefit?
Three first names?
Yeah, like Brian Austin Green,
No,
or Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like you have the
no.
'90s thing going.
Um, Geller's not really a good first name,
Neither is Green, I guess,
right?
or Chad Michael Murray. Like that's like such a '90s, like early 2000s thing to have like the three name.
I only have mine because of the Seinfeld actor. Um, Once I started, trying to make comics and get known, and then the internet was a thing. Yes, I'm that old. Um, the Every time you would Google it, he would come up, and so then inevitably, I tried a few different kind of variations, but then I wound up just going with all three names, which felt pretentious as hell at the beginning, and then now I've kind of gotten used to it.
Oh yeah, there's like I feel like there is a pretension with the three names, or there can be. Like what is it? Nicholas Winding Refn. People think he's pretty pretentious. The director that did Drive,
Hmm.
and he also has three names, and he's Danish.
And he's Danish. I
And
think
he's
that's why.
Danish.
I don't think it has anything to do with the names.
It's just because he's Danish and
He's
makes cool
just Danish.
movies.
It's just kind of Danish racism.
Whoa. All right, chats go lighten up, and I got a drawing from last week. I only got one this week, which is kind of sad.
Only one? What
Even
did
though we
we
had, yeah, I don't. I guess people were not
what
feeling
did we do?
drawing.
I hate food.
Yeah, Gertie. Um,
What you problem, people?
Nemo is here. He said, "Was hat in team?" And then he said, "Should I draw along?" Yes. The answer is
You're
yes.
absolutely welcome.
Um, well, I'll show the Gertie we got sent if you want to see it.
Let's do it.
All right, one is from
Oh,
Eric Camacho.
that's
That's what I'm
awesome.
talking about.
That is
Eric was the
cool.
one who did this one.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's digital maybe or a mix, but I love it.
Yeah.
Eric's killing it. Nobody else sent me any drawings, so I guess they'll have to send them this week. Um Dreams Beyond said, "What's up? I'm getting my stuff ready. Uh I guess to draw along." Nemo said, "Yo, yeah, yo, I was out last week." Nemo, I thought you were in the chat, but I guess not. I could have swore he was popping in and out. Dreams Beyond said, "So sick." Jason is not sick anymore. Oh, what? Maybe I spoke too
Right?
soon. Shit.
I'm just gonna throw that out there real quick.
You're like, "Ooh, got like whooping cough or something." What is that?
Do my best Tom Waits
The cruise
impersonation.
virus? What is that, like Hans
Oh, the
Zimmerman
HEPA
virus?
virus.
Yeah. Been
So
huffing
Joe's not gonna
rat
be
shit.
here at the end of the month. Where are you going?
I'm going on a cruise to Mexico though, not to Africa.
You're gonna get the HEPA virus. Cruise.
Hey, if I
Every
get it, I
cruise is
get
the
it.
HEPA virus.
Hopefully it kills me if I get it.
No,
I feel
no.
like I feel like it'd be worse to survive it because then everyone knows you had it, and they'd be like,
No. I
Were
don't feel
you
like the
huffing rat
social
shit?"
stigma is a good enough call to like die.
But yeah, if
I
you're
don't
not
think.
around, then it doesn't matter.
I don't think that plays. I don't like any of my. I thought I did, unfortunately, and I don't think I like any of my
References.
reference. Yeah,
What are you drawing tonight? This is kind of like a more like chill, like low down, no theme kind of show. You're like,
yeah,
I just want to make some art because we're working on like a million projects. And you're like, I kind of want to just draw for me. I know is what you wanted to do.
it's true.
So what we're
So yeah,
thinking,
tonight is kind of a free for all.
we
Everybody,
just can't have any artistic nudity because we're monetized and we'll get
I
demonetized.
thought of that. I thought of
Yeah.
that.
I was gonna text you and tell you, and I was like, let me see if he thinks of it on his own. And
I
then if
did. I
he
did.
starts to, then I'll say something.
It was my go-to, and then I was like, wait a second.
Yeah,
I
that's why I don't like. I have a YouTube channel and I've uploaded a couple of shorts, and even one of them that I censored got demonetized. Like it got
really
flagged. Yeah. Um, and I was like, why even bother? Like, because I can make the video, I can make videos, and I'm like, it's the editing alone of trying to cover up everything is just going to be too much.
right. I thought I had um different reference a little.
Did you like how I censored myself though with those mouths
Yeah,
on that clown? Yeah.
yeah, but it's interesting because it's like the censor is more terrible
Hmm.
than the nudity would have been.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
I think that
yeah.
happened with
It's
dialogue
far
in the
more.
movie in Fight Club. Uh, the she said a line, and the director or no, or the production people
Yes,
were like,
I know
"Please cut
exactly
that
what you're
line."
talking about. Yeah,
And then
it's the
they're like, "I don't care what you say, just
F
please
since
don't say
grade school.
that." And then she came up with something like 10 times worse.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, everything she said. I think she ad libbed it a couple times, like three
Yeah,
times, and the third one is I think what they kept, and they were like that might have been worse than actually what like
yeah.
the first thing she said. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, awesome. Love Fight Club. Wave Arts here said Jason is the man. He is the man. He's the goat.
oh, why aren't you guys just so kind?
Nemo said, "Who is Hang?" I don't know. Who is Hang? Nemo.
Who is
I think
what?
he means who is hanging, but
Oh, uh, we got a good crew.
let me. I'm gonna just step out for a second. I gotta go let my little dog in.
Oh, sure. He's at home. Um, you know what? This could be the case where I just go right back to see my reference and then I like it again. I've done a couple of these things so many times, so I just wanted to play a little bit. That was kind of interesting. No, it's sorry. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm gonna be close, I promise. It's I thought I had the imagery, or at least the jumping off point that I wanted, and come to find out I did not. But as I do often, the when I'm just sketching or playing, I tend
All
to
right,
like
I'm
to do
back
something
with a
blues
dog.
related. Did you bring the dog? Oh, that's probably gonna help with like numbers and shit. But dogs.
Now she's
I
looking
have a
for my
dog. I have a dog.
fiance.
I'm not anti-dog. I mean, that was not the dog I expected you to own, honestly.
Oh, a little tiny white dog. Yeah, she's a rescue. All our pets are rescues. Uh, yeah, she's looking for my fiance. She's deaf and like pretty much blind at this point. She like can't see super good.
Oh yeah.
She's old. She's like an elderly dog. Like she doesn't play with
I
toys
suppose.
or like really want to go on a walk. She'll go on a walk for like 5 minutes and then you have to carry her the rest of the way.
Got you. All right, man, I'm just
Um,
dropping the ball tonight. All right, I'm gonna have to just fucking pick something. Let's just.
Nemo said free draw today. I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess neither do we. That's okay though. You just kind of have to
Okay.
go with the flow. Um, Dreams Beyond said, "I got my thins ready to draw. Gonna draw Big B Wolf, Big B Wolf from The Wolf Among Us. Love that game. Been replaying it again lately. Oh, cool. I haven't played that game since it came out.
You said like a whole lot of words that I have no idea.
It's a character from like a video game. But it's like
Oh,
a story game. It's like a point and click like adventure. You just make decisions as you play.
yeah.
There isn't really any like gameplay. Like you don't like do a whole lot.
Mm.
Um Dreams Beyond said, "Aw, a baby." Nemo. No, it says
Pardon me,
drawing
everybody. I'm so
drawing
sorry.
hang. Yes, this is a drawing hang. Um Dreams Beyond said, "Sorry, my typos are bad on the tablet." Crying emoji. Okay, I'll try to infer what you're trying to say, but I don't want to speak for you either.
Mine are bad as well. On anything.
Um,
Okay. Let's just figure it out.
Gears here. He said, "What's up? What are we drawing tonight?" We're figuring it out.
We're doing a free draw, my man.
It's
Free
free
draw.
draw. You could draw some yabos with scary mouths on them. You can free draw whatever you feel like drawing. This now I'm more curious what free draw people will send. Like, because everyone can just do anything they want to do.
Yeah.
Um, opposed to like sticking to a character. So I'm kind of curious to like see. But if you guys definitely send your drawings in, and we'll show them next week at the beginning of the stream. We showed Eric's drawing earlier. But if you send them in, pre-censor them so I don't have to do it for you if they're not safe for work. That way, it saves me a little editing time because we don't want to get demonetized for showing some dirty drawings.
Showing some drawings that would be censored. Let's not.
Some
Let's
some
not call them dirty drawings.
yeah, some sense
Unless
some
you're literally doing what Joe does, and those are pretty much dirty drawings.
my drawings aren't that they're not dirty. They're artistic.
They're
They
disturbing. Is
definitely
more like it.
they're disturbing drawings.
Yeah. And this comes from me.
Yeah, it's what is that? Uroguru. It's erotic grotesque is what it means.
Erotic, grotesque. That's it.
Yeah,
Though it has its
it's like a
own name. Your
uh-huh.
kink.
Not my king. It's like the style of art it would fall under, I guess. Sergio's here. He said hello, good evening. What's up, Sergio?
What's up, studio? I think we're gonna go with a little blues tonight.
A little blues.
A little blues.
I wonder if
Do you
there's a
know
way
blues?
for me to yeah, some not like a whole lot, but
I did a lot of blues. I come in and out of jazz. I find some music I really like, and then I kind of fade out a little bit here and there. It's always great for mood, but The blues has always been my shit as far as since I've
What
been
kind of
an art.
blues? Like Delta blues, or
I like Delta blues. Kind
did you ever
of like
finish
mixed one.
Sinners? Speaking of Delta blues,
Yeah, of course. Yes. I
yeah,
told you. I told you.
yeah. I think we talked
No,
about it
that
a
was
little,
that
but like
was
way less than I thought we were going to talk about it.
I was like, I like it. Yeah, no, it's fine. I like it. I like it. Holy shit, I love it.
Yeah, it takes a turn, and you're either like, I
Like,
guess you're in kind of no matter what, but like, I was like of two minds. I was like, holy shit, this is insane. I love it. And then also like, I could have just watched the movie keep happening as it was going with no like twist. I could have just watched these characters just play out the rest of their evening.
right.
Because the characters are so strong, which is like I think why the
I
movie works
liked
so well.
all of that, but honestly, the future jump really that was the seller. I mean, like I was already into it,
The
but
future
Buddy
jump.
Guy
Oh, at the
showing up at
end.
the end,
At the end, yeah. The
oh my,
after credit was pretty awesome. Yeah. And
that
then you're
was just
like,
such a nice touch.
yeah, you're like, I gotta see what did they do for the last like 60 years, right? Like you're
So
like, I
I
have to
dug it.
see. Like they're yeah, I need that movie of the in between.
Yeah, I really liked them coming back to it because yeah, it was a good horror movie, and to have them like, oh, we lived and off we go. But
Yeah, but they weren't even like bad. Like they're
no,
just
but it
like,
was I mean, like that was a good horror movie ending, but then he
yeah.
chose to continue, and then it made it something more.
Mm, mm.
It added
I
to
see
it.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Rodney does that in Philadelphia scripts a lot. Like he kind of does a button at the end, but then like all of a sudden there's like another page or two, and I'm like, dude, that's just gonna like lessen the effect. But inevitably, it was always on point. So I'm like, okay, fine, you know what you're doing. But adding those extra pages at the end of so it was such a really nice touch. And forgive this. What else is what is Kugler?
Black Panther,
Ah, yeah,
Creed,
okay.
Fruitville Station. I was gonna say something about the Eisners, but they haven't been announced publicly, so I'm not gonna say
They
anything.
have.
I
Uh,
don't see
con-
them anywhere.
congrats to Rodney.
Are you
No,
sure
I
those
just
are
Googled it.
public?
I Googled it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't want to say anything,
No,
and
yeah, congrats to Mr. Rodney Barnes for Crownsville Best Limited Series nomination. Wah, wah.
yeah, I don't see like I see the voting, but I don't. Oh, here it is, nominations.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know you're not gonna just believe me.
No, I believe you.
That's why you kept looking it up.
No, I just wanted to make sure it was public before I said anything.
That would be believing me. Because
No, well,
I said it was public. I Googled it.
yeah, I guess.
See, you already just saw you not believe me and then go do a thing.
Okay, I just got a late submission from Nemo, I believe. He said I just sent in a little
Oh, you know what?
4x6 drawing I did for fun today. Maybe this will it'll inspire everyone a little bit. All right, here
Yeah, I'm
real
kind of
quick.
getting a little slow out the gate,
All
guys,
right,
but I'll get there.
here's Nemo's
Oh,
drawing.
nice.
He loves the robots, as we've determined. I love it.
I
I
love it.
love it.
That's his voice. He's like, I like it. I'm gonna make it a
Yeah,
robot.
he does. He does a lot of tech stuff, which I feel like if he isn't familiar with Empty Zone, he needs to get familiar with Empty Zone.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, let's get
who
on with this.
chat? Can you all like raise your hand if you're drawing along with us? Can you drop like a comment in the chat? I want to see who all is drawing along. He goes, "Yes, I like drawing robots."
Same here. Buddy Sherrod Jackson is quite good at it as well.
Dude, Sherrod's good at drawing everything.
It's true.
Dreams Beyond Rose. I see a hand raise. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, J Dub said, "What are we drawing? We are. It's free draw, so whatever you want to draw, um, it's up to you. It's free
I
draw
I
night."
picked I picked something with blues. I wanted to do. I like doing music pieces because I can't play music.
Because you can't.
I'll get my music soul out in my art.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
like, if I could sing, I would sound like this guy. Try to feel it that way.
Okay.
What's up?
Goodness, I almost.
What's going on over there?
Oh, I coughed like super hard at it. I choked on my like fake beer,
Oh,
and then I like it just got. I got like winded.
see how we're trying to focus on this thing. You're gonna literally be dying in the other screen, and I'm just like la la la. Sorry. I'll next time if you're gonna like tap the screen or something. I mean,
Just like you see me just
you're
pass
gonna
away.
die. Yeah. 'Cause I can't do
Um,
anything. I just like, hey.
okay. So there, I put a little banner. It says tonight's draw along prompt is free draw. So, um,
If you guys
yeah.
want a prompt, my prompt is music. It doesn't matter what kind, but it's a really good inspiration.
Dreams Beyond said gonna try to draw Bigsby's wolf
Oh, then there's that.
from the video game. Gear said I'm drawing Mississippi John Hurt blues player.
Yeah, man.
We got some blues.
Okay, Mississippi John Hurt, like they were all awesome. But but some of them kind of have some of those songs that they either wrote themselves or they kind of like did the best version of. And I want to say Mississippi John Hurt. I want to say his was the oh, what is it? The Killing Floor? Killing Floor Blues. Uh shit. He was, yeah, he had this incredible voice. But I think his was that, and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, of course, people, but I think it was his version of that that they used for the guy in who was the Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Did you see that?
Did I see that? No,
Yeah,
I don't think
there's a
so.
blues scene and it's amazing, that movie. But it's got a great blues scene in it, and I believe the
What's it
music.
called one more time?
Oh Brother Where Art Thou? The George Clooney.
Let me see. Oh, I have seen this. Not in a long time though. I'll have to maybe rewatch this.
Yeah, I believe they used.
That's a little
There's
bit
John
older,
Hurts.
2008. No,
Yeah,
2000. This is pre 9/11 content.
it's true. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's something different about pre 9/11 content. There's just like a more whimsical. No, we're kind of regardless of what it is. There's just a little more whimsy to it.
You're not wrong.
Um,
Uh, like it
Eric,
didn't stand out to us that people could still drive up or run out to the tarmac for something.
yeah, I got in trouble at Burbank for smoking on the tarmac. And they let you out of the plane on the tarmac, and I immediately was like, "Oh, I'm out of the little pod. Let me."
Let me just light up
Yeah,
by
and well, it was,
potentially a lot
and
of
they're
food.
like, they like a TSA guy ran over. He's like, "Hey, none of that." I
You're
was like,
gonna
"How would I
die.
know? There's literally no signs." Um, Eric said, "Hey, hey, now, big fan. Thank you for these amazing live streams each week."
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging. Hopefully, you draw along, Eric. Um, Lee said, "Oh dang, I didn't know you guys were doing a stream." Come on, Lee. It's Thursday. Lee had too many muffins, too many of those Disney
You
muffins
know,
this week.
you're getting back into the muffins again.
Yeah, right back into the muffins. He's getting crazy. He forgot there was even a stream.
I'm not gonna say I'm not hurt. I'm just saying,
I know I'm a little disappointed, Lee. Come on.
you know,
Lock in, dude. Lock in. Lee said skip James, the Killing Floor Blues.
oh, skip. Yeah, Mississippi John hurt. Now I'm gonna have to say coffee blues if he's that guy with the little voice.
Um Nemo said, "Someone asked me if I was a professional today. I just said no. A professional what? Like
No.
um Nemo, I'm gonna knight you and say you're a professional now. If you've sold even one piece, you're a professional.
Yeah, if you made
You
business,
yeah. If you have he said a professional artist. Yeah, Nemo, if you've sold one piece, you're a professional. Even if it was for $1, you're a professional. And if they tell you different, I'll fight them.
you will. You will. I think he's just looking for an excuse to fight anyway, but he will.
Yeah, cause I just go around fighting. Nemo said, "I draw good. I sell a lot more than that.
Oh
I
yeah,
sell a lot more than that." He said, "I sell a lot." Well, it sounds like you're a professional to me, dude.
yeah, man.
Dreams Beyond said, "Needed to hear that."
I
You're welcome, I guess.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you're a professional, if you ask me. I think there's like tiers of it, you know. There's like doing it but still having to do other shit. And even like you're beyond, you've been a professional comic artist for over 25 years and we're still doing a million jobs because that's just like the game. Like you can't just do usually you can't get lucky and like lock in on just one single thing forever. You
Well,
gotta jump
inevitably,
all over.
if you're gonna be, if you're gonna take jobs, that's what you're gonna do. I mean, as Discord called them, jobbers. Like, once you jump into the work for hire market, you can get a lot of work over and over again for a lot of years. But as Jack Kirby and a few other guys, found out that, unless you own an IP, unless you own something, um, that you literally just signed up for a day rate for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
There's good,
Speaking of
good things for residuals, things like that.
yeah.
But for the
Um
most part, you want to try to create something or co-create something that you own, in which you can publish over and over again in different forms. You can option, you can, all of that stuff. but you can't
Yeah,
do
like
that
you can
with
you can go draw Batman, but like yeah, you don't own him now. But yeah, if you have your own characters and your own stuff you're making, that's you. That's all you.
yeah, man. So I've been like we're as swamped as we are because it's taken me a very long time to get to that creator place again.
Yeah, and we're doing covers and movie stuff and all sorts of stuff. Uh, but that's just like what you do as a like freelance artist. Even if you are
Yeah,
creating your own stuff, sometimes like somebody asks you to do a cover for their thing and you're like, "Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds awesome."
yeah.
And it pays.
Like you just want to get to the point where everything you're doing is yours. So I
Yeah.
want to
Oh,
get to the point where
speaking
everything I'm
speaking
doing is mine. I guess I'm
of
not
Eddie
really
P, I
not going
found
to
this little
project.
I found his book at Golden Apple for the weekend. This is the book he did with our friends over at Zoop.
Oh, nice.
Well, he did. I guess this is a posthumous release, but it was the last thing he was doing, so I had to pick that up, finish up that collection.
Hmm,
Um, Lee said only a small bite. My friend makes really strong edibles. I
really.
didn't get a link today, though, for the stream. Um, I did
What's that?
post it, but let me see. I'll post it again. Choo, choo, choo. Oh, you know what? I know why. I know why. It's because I posted the link yesterday on Patreon and I didn't post it again this morning because I thought it was kind of redundant, but um Dreams Beyond said, I've sold some work doing local shows, but I really want to pursue art full time eventually. Just keep grinding, saving up, build up a little bit of a like a little savings and just keep going. That's kind of all you can really do. I mean, there's other things you can do, but have multiple revenue streams like a website and local shows and work for hire type stuff. That's what I would recommend. But it sounds like you're a professional to me. Renix99 said you can be a professional and still not be able to support yourself exclusively with art.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Professional means you're genuinely pursuing it as for and to sustain yourself as a business as well. There's obviously the personal joy you get from it, but like once you've decided to monetize it and you're moving forward that way, you're a professional. Then it's just
Yeah.
different gauges of success of your business, and if it's and adjusting. Um, I was telling my son the other day because every time he had a hard time with a math problem, he would try to figure his way out of it. And I would say, no, 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 accept the wrong. I was like, it's okay to be wrong. Don't be embarrassed by it. Don't be whatever, because every wrong is a learning experience. Because now you know that that's not the answer. And so, like, I same thing with my business, same thing with my art, everything. There is
Yeah.
no, it's only failure. As they say, it's only failure
That's the
once you've
only way you
accepted
can
it as
learn.
failure. Like
Yeah.
until then,
And
it's all
and that's like the
learning.
only way. Yeah, you're only going to learn if you fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and
Like,
that is literally the learning because you don't know it at the beginning, and you have to mess something up in order to get the lesson.
yeah. Um Nemo said, I see why people can say if any artist sells a lot of art, they must be a professional. Yeah, if you well, if you sell any art, if you sell one piece, you're solid. Just keep going. And you don't have to do it quickly. You don't have to, you know, it's on your own time frame. Like Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Obviously, if you have deadlines and you've agreed to something, I would recommend being on time to be professional, or to appear like more professional. But um, J Dub said, "Looks like
I tuned out a
Robert
little.
Johnson." Nice. We got a super chat. Let's go. Gear said, "Thank you for what you do." Thumbs up. Thank you for the super chat, Gear. Awesome. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Very generous. Um, Cthulhu Hand Luke said, "Good evening, gentlemen. Any word on a JSA art workshop?" Not
Not
an
yet.
official word, but we have some ideas, so we're trying to plan them out. It's going to be like a weekend, probably like a Saturday type thing, sometime in the summer. So maybe we'll do a few, like two of them. So if you miss one weekend, you can do the other one. But I definitely have some ideas that I'm gonna present that we'll run through. Um, Lee Smith said, "No worries, I wasn't complaining, just saying that's why I was late." Oh no, you're all good, dude. If you rely on those notifications, that's like good for me to know. The Patreon notifications. Gear said, "Jason, I love the way you use the parallel pen. I've learned a lot from watching you work."
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really I love watching you draw with the parallel pen too. It's inspirational, as the kids say. I always want to default to using just the edge of it and then just using it like a normal pen. I don't know why.
Because it's effective as that too, as a
Yeah.
normal thing.
Um
I'm all dry
Dreams
mouth
Beyond said,
tonight.
"For now, I'll self-identify as a professional." Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I
You're
I
yeah.
don't want this to sound pretentious. I kind of never I never know what to call myself when someone asks. Like what do you do? And I've had such a career as a fine artist, and it feels like I'm leaving something out when I just say, but I tend to now I predominantly say comic book artist.
Mm.
Just because who wants a resume when someone just asks a simple question? So I'm
You're
like,
like a little bit of everything.
yeah, and I wanted to go into that, but I'm like, okay, so just now I just recently been more so identifying as a comic book artist. So
Yeah, it's weird when people
this
are like,
just
"What kind
feels
of art
good.
do you make?"
Yeah, well, yeah, because I just
And I'm like,
started
you could
jumping
just
into
look up.
that world with the Corey Helford Gallery, um, and that's awesome. But yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I know
oh,
you've
good.
been out of the fine art world for a little bit.
Yeah, as like as a full timer, yeah.
Um, let's
And I
see.
realized with doing these as well, like I want to do more kind of free draws because it is just a nice opportunity to make some art.
Yeah, we got to do more drinking draws too. I'm
Yeah,
like
like everything you do,
I'm jonesing.
the what?
I said I'm jonesing for a drink and draw.
Yeah, I mean everything, it can kind of get tiring when everything that you draw has to be for a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, the drink and draws were always a good breakaway from that. So like, yeah, we could jump back on those pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, we'll have like a little more of like a standard schedule for a while. It's hard when it's like all over the place.
Yeah, life giggles when you say
Yeah.
standard schedule.
Yeah, we think it's standard, and then something comes up, and it's like it all just gets like it's just that table flip. Like,
Is that like, yeah, the table flip? Yes.
um, Dreams Beyond said, "That's what I'm doing. Lots of research for being a pro. I'm eating these drops of knowledge. Hell yeah, yeah." I got so tired of everything being for a thing, um, and I
Yeah.
like can't
Take
help
breaks.
myself. Like I
Like, and if you don't
always
want to
want
take
to turn
breaks,
everything
that's a good
into a
thing.
thing.
It means you're still excited about it, but like take
Yeah.
breaks.
Well, that's why
It's
I
good.
stopped doing the gallery shit because I was like, so everything I was making was only for that. But it was like, I'm doing 3 paintings in like 3 weeks, and it's like all for gallery stuff. And then I'm like, I didn't even make the stuff I wanted to make. Like at this point, they're just giving me prompts, and I'm just like fulfilling the like it was almost like doing
Yeah.
nonstop commissions. I'm like, holy fuck.
Um, yeah. Yeah. The painting started becoming feeling more like illustration gigs. I
Yeah.
was filling a space versus trying to say something. I was fortunate in that, like, my especially my last couple of shows, I started getting that back of like, I'm proud of those shows. And actually, a lot of that, all that work is going to be in the next art book. We just have to start working on that stuff as well.
Yeah.
Project
Yeah.
number 430.
Hmm. I
We'll
know.
see how
Yeah.
like
I have
that
like,
scene with.
there's so many things. But that's good though. It's good to have like a full plate
It is. It is.
of
I
like
scrunched
cool
his
shit
body. I
to
scrunched
make.
his body so tiny,
That's okay.
like a Jack.
It's a cool angle.
If you don't know his work, uh, it feels like a Jack Levine painting. Jack Levine was one of my favorite painters ever. Um, and he's a good Google, and you can find a couple of good books on his work. But he did kind of big-headed people.
Jack Levine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nemo said, "Drawing broke me, and drawing made me the power I am today." I love that. I love that. Let's see. Dreams Beyond said, "Any tips on running a Patreon?"
No, if
Um,
you have any, let us know.
yeah, consistency.
Yes, always consistency. Like, we're having the best luck so far with this channel, and we'll figure out how to mix in Patreon better and things like that. But the
Yeah, we're
consistency is
we're
what's really
working on
shown us
Patreon
improvement.
stuff. We're just so busy with like actual jobs that it's hard to like, hey, can we film for 2 hours today? Like the time isn't always there to do projects like that for us.
Yeah.
But as far as like Patreon goes, consistency is probably the best thing. It depends like what you kind of want to offer. There's different things. There's you could do it pretty standard, like exclusive content, and I'm a creator and you're helping support me, which like there's always going to be people who want to support you. Even if you only have like 5 dedicated people that like love your shit, it will like grow and you'll find and build your audience. Patreon has been like increasing. I think they realized the hardest thing about Patreon is getting people to Patreon. So they've been increasing their efforts to make it so you can be found on Patreon. Like they're trying to make it more, I guess, incestual. Like they're trying to make it so if you're on Patreon and you follow someone who makes horror art, it will automatically recommend you other people who make horror art or something similar. They're doing like a little more algorithmic type stuff. Because I think they realized that it's hard to get someone to go from Instagram to Patreon, and then when they're on Patreon, they're just on there with that one creator, right? So they're trying to like make that more of a thing of like having it be where you find new stuff. But yeah, just be consistent. You can offer. basically like support me, see this cool stuff or exclusive stuff. There's education, and then there's entertainment. Those are like the three things you kind of want to maybe keep in mind. Like which of the three do you want to be, or do you want to be a little of all of them? Dream said, I've been wanting to do comic work on there. Yeah, I mean, start telling a story. Lee said you should tell people you draw furry art. I don't. I'm surprised I haven't been commissioned to do anything like that, but um
I'm leaving that one. I'm not.
yeah, I'm surprised. Now oh no, now I'm gonna get like that kind of commission. People are gonna be like, can you do it? Luckily my commissions are closed. Dow's here. Dow said, have y'all ever seen how many people modify parallel pens where they round off the corners of the tip?
That seems pointless.
I've seen ones they sell that are like they're shaped like this, like X-Acto knife shaped. I don't know if those were modified. I thought they just sold those like normal. Like one side's rounded, one side's straight. But I thought it was more of like a calligraphy thing. But that sounds cool. I'll have to look at. You just like them. You like them base. You like the base set
Sharp.
parallel pins.
Yeah, like I like
Dark.
the edges. I like the edges. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
if
don't
one
want a
side
brush.
was
I don't want
rounded,
something. Yeah, yeah. I like it because it's really for me it's so close, or it's at least palatable to not having a nib, a
hmm.
quill. So if you like quills and nibs, these are fantastic, for mobile and all that kind of jazz. Um, but no, I mean, I'm sure they're great and they have a cool effect for whatever they need them for, but like rounded edges, blah, blah, blah.
No rounded edges for you.
No rounded edges for me, I guess is the
Um.
takeaway.
Dreams Beyond said, also, it's really hard for me to identify. I just started. I have graduated with an art degree a few years back, and I just really want to pursue fine arts and comic art professionally.
Two very different industries.
Yeah. You,
I enjoyed both,
yeah.
but inevitably I found it unfulfilling to be trying to do a career of both at the same time. I very much found, and I've talked about this before, of I was giving 50% of my energy and time to comics and 50% to fine art. And I was wondering why I was only getting, 50% back. And so inevitably for me, and a lot of people can multitask, but for me personally, I had to pick a direction and I wanted to see what it was like if I gave something 100% of myself, and if I would do better that way. And at that point, I was still very much in love with comics and I didn't want to go out the way that I was. so, so I picked comics. Pardon me. And
Goodness.
I've loved it. I've really started incorporating a lot of my fine art stuff back into like covers and stuff. I'll be physically painting a lot more covers. Um, so I'm getting that life back in there, or I'm sneaking it in here and there. But
You painted a trading card.
I did, I did.
Yeah. And it's ironic because the trading card's fucking card size and the painting is massive.
Yeah,
I can't wait till we can show people that. That'll be so
right.
fun. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that actually touched on all of that pretty good.
What else you got?
But
Chat.
I was just gonna say, oh, chat's on fire tonight. I think this is like the most lively we've had chat in. so far.
Shit.
Uh, Williest Games or Wiliest Games Gaming, Jesus, said I've been having troubles. Holy fuck. I've been having trouble sticking to drawing for the past 10 years. I go in for a few months, then stop for a few months, on and off. Any tips?
Uh, Maybe you're putting too much weight on drawing. I don't know if you're just carry a small sketchbook with you. Because sometimes if you make every drawing have to be something special, then that alone is kind of exhausting. So, um, so maybe if that does ring kind of true or whatever, then I would suggest carrying a sketchbook and just getting your drawings out. I don't know what you draw, but like, I do tons of coffee shop people and sitting at the park, sitting at the mall, that kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Um,
every morning I see your Starbucks charge. That's how I know you're up and I can start texting you.
I started uh there's been a couple of those lately, but I've been cutting that one out, thankfully.
Yeah,
Just another expense
that's just
that's
expensive.
unnecessary.
I was gonna say I know you have a coffee maker at home.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
one in the office. I'm like,
Honestly, it's the walk because the distance it is to my house is a really lovely warm up, and then I say hi to the people that I know there and all that kind of jazz. Like there's writers that go there, and I
you like the social aspect of going to the coffee
yeah.
shop.
If I didn't have to give them my money to do it, I would. So,
You show up
but
with your own
inevitably,
coffee.
I just kind of cut that out recently and trying to make it at home.
Yeah, I get up early and then I have coffee and draw or start working on like our stuff, like video stuff and emails and whatever. And then I try to like make some time every day. But I notice the morning I'm always like way more energized to do it.
Yeah,
Um, Dreams Beyond said, but I live in a small city in Texas. Well, thankfully, the art community is really good. Just need to keep pushing. Yes,
absolutely.
don't back down.
I came up in a small town in Tennessee that didn't have an art community. Like I had to get the hell out. Um, so yeah, if there is an art community, yeah, man, grab onto it. Community is everything. Everybody looking out for each other is awesome. Anytime I get gigs or whatever and I can't fulfill them or if they don't really work for me, I absolutely pass that shit along. Um, I'm not a I'm not a hoarder or a gatekeeper.
No gatekeeping. Dreams Beyond said, I'm writing notes right now. Thank you.
Absolutely. So yeah, no, yeah, community. It's since I've been out in LA, it's just been a lovely thing to have art friends that I can actually go visit and things like that. Or like Joe was
Um,
talking about, we do every once in a while we will plan drinking draws. And it's just great to literally just drink and draw with other
yeah,
professionals.
yeah, those nights are fun. Even when like football games are fucking going and everyone's screaming in the place,
Right.
it's still a great time. It's so funny because we're never tuned in on whatever the fuck's happening in that. We're just all in our own little bubble.
Yeah.
Dreams Beyond said, "What brand is the parallel pens again?" Sorry, I remember asking this a few weeks back.
Pilot.
Pilot
Um,
parallel pens. You can
yeah,
get them
Pilot
on
makes sense.
Amazon, but also fuck Amazon. Go to your local
Yeah, you can find them at your
calligraphy shop.
Blix or whatever. Yeah. If you
Um,
can get it through somebody else, do it. But obviously, if you're in a hurry and blah blah blah.
uh, Renix said, "This is my first time here, so sorry for my ignorance. What is a parallel pen?"
Parallel pens are a series of calligraphy pens that Pilot makes. You're supposed to, then they're meant for like writing. They're flat, so you write very pretty letters. But then a couple of people discovered that if you turn them on a corner and you draw wrong with them, they make really amazing lines that look very similar to quills, in my opinion. Um,
Mhm.
and so they have little refillable guys in here. And so the pens last a while and they give you truly like really expressive line. And the ink that it comes with is not waterproof, so you can smudge the hell out of it and it looks great. That's where that blue is coming from. I don't know if that picks up yet on the camera, but
Show
I'll
the
take a
other
better
drawing
picture of it.
again.
I'm sorry?
Show the other drawing the first one. You can see some of the blue in the face, and the arms, kind of like where you were smudging it. It picks it up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
it's a
go back
very
in
like
on that
light
one.
tone blue. If you get it wet with like water, it has a really cool effect. But you can experiment
Yeah,
with it because it's art.
it's art, and there are no rules or tools that you're supposed to use.
Lee said, could Jason ever do a stream with him working on some comic work? I understand if not, though, since
I would
works
love
that's
to.
going to be published. Yeah, that's a Patreon thing.
It would really help to get work
Yeah,
done
we
and do a
we
live
can do
stream.
that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, maybe well, I feel like we'd have to do a second stream in the week, maybe, because then everybody on YouTube will be
I
like,
could
"What the
find a
fuck?"
nondescript page. I mean,
Yeah,
these
maybe.
are what, 2 hours? Like honestly, that's only like two panels or three panels.
Yeah.
I'm not that
Yeah,
fast.
we'll figure it out. But if it's a more descript page like some of the other
Yeah,
stuff we're doing, maybe it'll be a Patreon only kind of thing.
yeah. But I could always put
Because
like a little layer of a block over key panels or something.
keep it kind of mystery, especially some of the new stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of this stuff, especially with Rodney, is really nondescript anyway. Um,
Yeah,
I'm not talking about key
I don't think
paintings,
he would even
obviously.
care. Um,
No, it's all
no,
promotion.
he'd be like, whatever. Yeah, it's promo. Um, I don't think the other partners on that project would care either. They'd be like, cool.
Yeah,
Um, play some music in the background.
that's it.
We'll take half our ad rev. No, they're all, honestly they've all been awesome so far. So, uh, Nemo said, "You guys keep drawing. I'm going to be the artist I worked so hard for. I will drop in when I can to help you guys with the draw along."
Appreciate it.
I love that. We'll miss you in the chat though, Nemo.
100%.
Uh, but I love the motivation. Gear said, no rounded edge. Leave the parallel pens alone. They're perfect.
It's true.
Agreed. I kind of want to like, I don't want to cut up mine, but I kind of want to like get some that are already like pre-cut up just to try
Right.
them.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Sienkiewicz has done that.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that guy
dude. He
does.
probably
Yeah.
he probably has a parallel pen with like fucking lighter fluid in it. Like
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
probably
and you
like
see it
20%
when you
lighter
see
fluid, 80% ink.
uh, when you're at a convention and you see him with his, like it's all short. It's got its own custom stuff and it's wrapped. I'm like, oh, that's a whole machine right there.
That sounds maniacal. I gotta see that. We'll do a tool video soon. Not the band, even though you did do a Tool poster. Shout out
Yeah.
Tool.
Okay.
Um, but we'll do a Tool like tools of the trade kind of video. So we'll do traditional tools, and then maybe we can do a separate one that's like a Procreate rundown.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Rick Garcia here is here. He said, "What's up?" Like the scary movie. What's up?
You, but that was an ad campaign.
What
The scary
the
movie
what's
thing.
up thing?
Yeah. Are you too
Yeah.
young for that?
No, I remember scary movie.
No, the what's up, the actual
No,
ads that they're
yeah, I
working on.
remember. Yeah, I remember the
Okay.
ads. Yeah, but no, I think it's way more synonymous with scary movie now.
Not with old people.
I don't know.
Not with old white people.
Lee said Lee tagged out. He said, What does rounding off the parallel pen do? Dow, if
Makes
you
it
want to
weak, makes it
explain.
soft. I don't know. I got
Um,
nothing.
Dreams Beyond said these shadows are delicious. I'm gonna try to watercolor mine. Wish me luck.
Nice. Good luck.
Yeah, oh, I love watercolor. That's probably like my favorite. Um, Brad said, "You still doing your pages larger than 11 by 17, and your covers 12 feet by 20 feet?" Winky face. I mean,
uh
pretty much.
for the projects I do, the projects or the physical pages that I am doing, um I'm gonna try this round to do 11 by 17, but I
Oh,
don't
did you take my
but I don't
suggestion?
I don't have a lot of faith in it at all because I hate
Yeah, I
11
can't
by
even. I can't.
17.
I can't, dude. What you know? What blows me away? Mateo does 11 by 14,
Yeah,
and he doesn't even do 11 by 14. The panels are they're just comic. He does them true to size.
right. He
I
does
don't
just
know if I
straight
should
fence
be
size.
impressed. Yeah, I don't know if I should be impressed or like upset because like that's amazing, but also like holy fuck, like how's he packing in all that detail?
Right. It's lovely. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know he works in a way that would, I feel like, would be a punishment for me.
yeah. I no, I
Like,
honestly
this is
like
what you get for smoking too much weed, Jason. Now you gotta
after doing
draw
11 by
tiny.
17, I'm like, this is too. I don't like the size of this for what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm kind of like, I want to give the true to size, like the 1-to-1. I kind of want to give that a try. I feel like that like makes more sense to my brain.
You know what I would like to do that would be maybe fun is get an event together and maybe invite a couple of other guys. But I want to do a 24-hour comic. I've never done one.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be a weekend project, I think, but that we could do
Well,
that.
yeah.
We could stream it so people could see us
Yes,
start to
yeah.
lose our shit. You know who did a 24-hour stream?
Start to lose our
Um,
shit. No,
uh, yeah.
it would go well.
uh, uh, Ewan, he did a 24-hour stream,
Uh-huh. Is that
and
why
it's
he
on
is the way he
YouTube.
is?
Dude, so I was like curious because I was like, shit, I'm not gonna watch all 24 hours of this at like once. And I like saw it after the fact, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he loses steam because you know how he is,
Yeah.
um, like how he gets down on his streams. And
Did you leave?
No, I'm here. I was just grabbing something so we could give him a shout out. Um, but he didn't lose steam. He was just going crazy. He was just filling up a whole sketchbook in 24 hours.
Oh,
And for
okay.
anyone that doesn't know who we're talking about Uncle Ewan. He's
Yeah,
an
he's
awesome
crazy
UK artist.
talented.
I showed him to Jason, and Jason just one time sent me like one of his posts, and he was like, "Thank you for showing me this. I fucking love this guy." But yeah, if you don't know Ewan, he's on YouTube. He does crazy paintings and drawings, and he has the wildest sense of humor, and we love him. Um, like here's one of his paintings. You have this book, right? I got you one of these for Christmas. The painter book.
I think so.
Yeah, I got you a bunch of his books for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm. I know the butt one, and
Yeah, the Butt one. I have an original Ewan drawing. Actually, hold on, let me grab it. It's not like dirty or anything. So
but it's a butt. It's a
no,
good
it's not.
butt. No, it's not. I thought it
No,
had
it's
a.
this
Oh,
one.
nice.
It's the clown girl one. I still have to frame it though. He cut it out of that. I think it was out of the 24-hour sketchbook. So it's got like another drawing on the backside, like a dinosaur or something. And it's like cut
Oh,
out of
I'm out of
this.
ink.
No, but yeah, if
This
you
is
guys
what happened.
know Uncle Ewan, go check him out. I think his YouTube name is Ewan Ewan Ewan. Let me double check.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it is because
Ah,
he's a gangster.
that's hilarious.
We love Ewan. Here, let me. But go comment on him. Tell him we sent you. This is I just put it in the chat so people can see it. Oh my god, there's so many comments. All right, let me try to like read through these. Dreams Beyond said, "I love watercolor. I also got some water soluble Sumi inks here. Oh, Sumi is pretty awesome. They smell weird though.
I like smells.
Um, yeah, I'm looking at like a bunch. They smell funny though. They have like a I don't know. It's I think they're made of vegetables. Um, Dreams Beyond said, "Hell yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that Tool video." Um, Rick Garcia said, "Tell him Jay." Do you hear that? Tell him Jay.
No.
Rick Garcia said, "Tell him Jay."
Oh, yeah. Wait,
He said, "What's up?" Tell him
what did I
Jay.
do?
Um, Dow said, "At Lee, it gives it more variability in the line of the weight, so you're not just at a point on a flat edge." Interesting.
It's
He's
true.
talking about
It has
the cut up.
it does have at its core a bit of a deadline. Then that's the separation for me between it and the parallel pens and using an actual nib is that there is no deadline with a nib. Like, it's like a metal brush. It's got life to it. But the parallel pen, you can get a deadline if you wanted to. Deadline, just no variation. That's
Amato
why.
said Scalera draws 1-to-1. Yes, which
Yes.
is I can't wait to get that artist
Psycho.
edition. It's so good though. I can't wait to get that Fourth Father artist edition. Um, that's gonna be fun to check out. Dreams Beyond said, "Do you scan your large pieces?" Sorry if that's a no duh question. I've been wanting to do traditional work for my personal comics.
People like to fight me on the whole scanning thing, but like, yeah,
The
I mean, up
scanner we
up
have is
to very
awesome.
large paintings, I will grid the back of a painting, set the scanner on the floor, set up other piles of books so I can have ways to prop the painting. But I've scanned as large as 5 foot. I won't do 5 foot anymore, but 4 feet is the largest I'll scan a painting because that alone will be something like 16 passes or something like that. But honestly,
Like
like,
16 different scans. Yeah.
yeah, and it's I know that's a lot, but like I have a good scanner as well, and just to catch all of that detail and the depth of like I'm a texture guy, and so scanning that really shows a lot of like the ridges and everything in the paint. Um, so I try to scan it if I can, and if I don't, I still don't even use digital photography. I'll go and have it actually photographed by a guy making transparencies and do it the old art school or do it the old fine art way. Whew, that was a lot, but scanner, yeah. I mean, as far as like making comics, even when I work 18 by 24, it's just scanning in multiple times and putting them together in Photoshop or whatever have you. Like, let me see. I want to get it.
Dow clarified. He said not just using the point or flat edge. Nemo said, "I like to practice draw before I commit to a final rendering." Yeah, that's just like, your roughs. You gotta
Anytime I can, I just try to dive in. Francis Bacon
Mon-
is my favorite painter. Like between like my absolute whatever. And so that guy would just go straight in to the canvas with the paint, and I was like that. I like that. It's a
uh,
very
um,
immediate conversation.
Sorry,
I keep
I was
interrupting
like
you. I'm
about to.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I like you keep it going. Amato said Jim Mahfood would be great for that. He is fast. Yeah, but he doesn't live in LA anymore, so
That's what I said it.
we'll just have to get him out here. To
I said
come
it because I listed it.
fly out for a 24-hour live stream of a 24-hour comic.
I don't
That
think
would
my
be
food would want to do a 24-hour comic. I don't think a
no.
lot of people would. I just never did, and it always seemed
I
appealing
know
to me.
Sherrard is down.
Yeah. I know Teddy. I mean, I saw one that Teddy Christensen did, and I'm just like, I want to do one.
I'm down. I'm like
Love it.
whatever. Yeah, if it would be fun to stream it, we could get like a big TV to have the chat on so we could see it and
I
read the
like it.
chat from like afar. And then yeah, they can just watch us kind of lose our shit over 24 hours.
I love all of that.
Um, Dreams Beyond said, "Have you also painted on a very large canvas for a comic cover or page?"
Have I ever painted what? I'm sorry.
On a very large canvas for a comic cover or page.
Yes. Spawn 276 was my biggest comic book cover painting that I just lied about. Um,
Was it 276?
no, it was Spawn 276, but then also a few years later, no, before that, I did a Hellraiser cover of a blues player in a short story, and I did that painting as a large painting as well. It was this big.
How big was
The
it?
Hellraiser Bestiary was the name of the film.
Oh, this is a huge, yeah, this painting. This is a massive painting. There's also that life-size Batman, but I guess that's a
Oh,
commission.
that wasn't a cover, but
No, we should use it as a cover.
I asked them. They're like, we don't use commissions for covers. I'm like, "No."
The less they know, the better.
I know. I was a dumbass. I was like honest. I didn't just ask if I could do a Batman cover and then just turn it in. I was like, oh, I
We
have
should just
permission.
reapproach it with
Dumbass.
the
Right. There's
editors
got to be
being
new people
different.
there now.
Yeah, I was gonna say they would never fucking know. And then the dude who has it will just be like, "Oh fuck yeah."
Oh yeah, he'd be giddy.
Um, Gear said, "Jason, I love the work you did on Spawn. Uh, I'm happy some of I'm happy some of those issues. Heart and thumbs up.
Thank you.
I almost said middle finger. It was a thumbs up. That would have been crazy.
I just revisited some of those, and it was nice. It felt good to see the work, and
Yeah,
sometimes
you when I came in, you were like, I love these spawn books I did. And I was like, yeah. You're like, yeah, they're
I was
awesome.
really I was scared. I was scared enough time had passed, and I was gonna think they sucked.
No, they're great. That's a pretty like memorable spawn run, I feel like. It stands out. It has such like a distinctly different feel to it. Like it's still
I think
dark
it's
and
hard for me to
moody and
believe that as well.
badass, but it feels more horror than like crazy action kick you in the face kind of thing. Like I think
Yeah,
you just your style and like the everything like it just made it feel more like a horror book. And it's like it was a big, part of the lead up of like up to 300 like so it's cool that you had years leading up to that.
yeah,
Um Amato said Jason's work on Spawn is the best Spawn. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
that's way too kind.
It's true. Um,
Mhm.
Nemo said, like if you were to draw 1,000 humans and focus on redrawing the best ones. Yeah, that's just my sketchbook. Um, yeah, I just draw people, and then I usually just only ink or scan my favorite ones. It's like out of a whole sketchbook, I'll scan 5.
Yeah, you don't have to show anybody if you don't want to. That's the nice part about sketchbooks. Like we've started publishing
Um,
my sketchbooks, but it's not like we're publishing all of my sketchbooks.
mm,
There's some shit in there.
no, sometimes I'll send you stuff. I'll be like, "What about this one? I really like this." You're like, "I fucking hate that. Don't show me that ever again." I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "So post that one on Instagram?" You said. You're like, "No, don't do it." Um, Dreams Beyond said, "That's so sick. Can you type his name? I want to look him up." I don't know who he's specifically talking about. Oh, I think it was Ewan, Uncle Ewan.
Oh,
I put him in the chat, so we're good. We're catching up. There's a lot of comments. Gear said, I meant I only own a few issues. The laughing emoji. Lee Smith said, LOL, but Vember. Yes, but Vember.
November, my man.
Yeah, if you want But Vember, go look up Ewan, and you'll find But Vember.
He'd be like, "Why did I get a surge of butt orders?"
Yeah. Tell him we sent you,
Right?
because we love we. I feel like he's probably one of my favorite artists, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, like his videos have brought me way too much joy, and dude, I just love his art. Like I gotta commission him to do some stuff or something. Um, Nemo said, "Commit to redrawing your best." I love Nemo just like dropping facts in the chat. I love that. Ewan, go look him up after the stream. That's the guy that did these. There's like a crazy glare on it, but it's like a Dreams Beyond said, "Yay, thank you." He said, "Do you have a favorite comic artist of a favorite comic artist that works in watercolor? I love Dustin Gwynn's stuff."
Um, watercolor. Kent Williams. Um, Kent Williams and John J. Muth and absolutely Mr. Dave Mack.
Yeah, Dave's
Uh,
stuff is crazy.
I think like and yeah, I would have said Dustin, so he's already got me on that one. So those are some of my favorite watercolor artists that have worked in comics. Kent and Muth don't really do a lot of comics anymore, but the comics you can find of theirs, for Kent, especially if you can get Blood, that's the name of it. That's amazing. Um, and then he also did that great Wolverine Havoc Meltdown book. Um, I like I like Alex Ross's work. Okay.
Alex Ross uses gouache.
Oh, you're not a but still, it's, um, I like. There's sometimes it like really bowls me over. Um, a lot of times it doesn't, but like when it does, it really does. So I appreciate that about it. And of course, Mr. Bill Sienkiewicz, when you find the Daredevil Love and War and Electra Assassin, those are two pretty stellar watercolor.
Okay, and then I have some more. If you're not tuned in on Black Sad, Juano Gardino, he's insane. Insane
Oh yeah.
artist. Yeah, he's like my favorite probably a watercolor artist. All his pages are watercolor. I know there's like a glare, but go look up Black Sad and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then this is another artist. He's an Italian artist. Um, uh, fuck, why am I blanking on his name all of a sudden? Goodness.
Hmm.
Marini.
Hmm.
Enrico Marini. Yeah, I like knew dude, I look at his stuff every day. He's
Ooh,
amazing. Enrico
uh,
Marini.
Nicholas DeCracy.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he's really good too.
yeah. Um, yeah, he's one of he was a huge influence on me for a good number of years. Uh, yeah, because his ink work was also it's changed a bit now, but especially when he did Folgado and a few other books, like his ink work was also just gorgeous.
Let's see. Dreams
And
Beyond
I'm
said
pretty sure
also
they
thank
ripped
you
him
so
off
much for the
for
tips,
Triplets of
Jason.
Belleville. What?
He's Dreams Beyond said also thank you so much for the tips, Jason. Um Gear said forgot to mention how you're feeling. Hopefully you're getting over that cold feel better.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Um
I do feel much better than I did.
Dreams
Trying
Beyond said, gonna use, oh my goodness. You love the sound effects. It's so funny. We're in the office and I just hear like pew pew like coming from across the room. I'm like, what? Um, Dream said, gonna use an old toothbrush for my ink splatters. I'm inspired. Ha ha ha.
Yes, it's better to use an old one
Um,
than the current one.
let's see. Lee said, who was the other painter Jay mentioned? Levine? Question mark.
Jack Levine.
I'll be right back.
He will be right back. Ooh, and actually, Jack Levine is an amazing painter. Was an amazing painter, but there's also an artist named David Levine who's more famous for his caricatures. But if you look up David Levine artwork, you'll see both his ink caricatures, but also his watercolors. And his watercolor work was a big influence also on guys like George Pratt and Kent Williams. Um, beautiful, beautiful work. It's just that he could only make a living um, doing illustration, so couldn't really stop everything to go do all the fine art. But you can find a couple of his books and a couple of his art, his catalogs on book sites. And for you guys, if anybody asks and if anybody is curious, because this ink that I drew this with is not waterproof. If I go in this with gouache right now, it's going to pull up all of the ink and the gouache is just going to turn blue. And yeah, that's kind of pretty sometimes, but that's not what I want to do. And so the only way that you can do white on top of this is with something like enamel. And so that's why I use and my personal favorite is the big whiteout pen. Um, you're using whiteout for it? Yes. Yes, I'm using white. I don't know why this one's trying to be watery and making me look like an asshole, but I like the whiteout pen.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about
Ah,
that.
hey, how's it going?
I mean, it was good.
You're
Everything
not
came out
here,
okay.
so I expect you to come back in the door for some reason
Oh yeah.
because you're not in the office, and so
I
I'm
had a
like, oh no, he's
monster
there.
on the way home. So
Huh?
I had a monster on the way home.
Ah, I thought that was like a poop reference or something, and I was like, come on, man.
No, Jesus. No Chipotle for me, dude.
Oof. Yeah, that was
Uh
a one and done situation.
yeah. Lee said, yes, your Spawn work was terrific, and it got me back into Spawn. And I can't believe I have two of your original pages.
Thanks, man.
That's pretty cool. I wonder which pages they are.
Yeah. Show me, show
Dream said, thank you so much. I love watercolors, so I'm gonna make a list.
Good on you. It's fun, but it has really never been my medium.
What's the what I love watercolor. That's like my favorite, I think. I really love oil too, but I really there's something about
Yeah.
watercolor that just does it for me.
Ah, oil's my baby for painting.
I uh, I was getting
Ink is
tired
my
of
favorite.
painting, like oil painting, and having to rush like in the way I was. So I started watercoloring, and my last like handful of gallery pieces were all watercolors. And I was
Nice.
just like, yeah, they were so much more fun to do. Also, because I think they expected me to do giant paintings or like sizable paintings, and then I just brought in framed watercolor pieces. They're like, the fuck? And I kind of like being a little annoying.
My favorite
In
Corey Helford show was really my first solo show. And at that point, I'd really just established I was doing the oil painting. Um, and here it was for this show. I wound up doing Warner's Walk Over Maple Leaves, which were like 7 life size, no, 8, something like that. I forget how many mourners I did, but they were all 7 foot tall, mixed media ink and everything else of these wailing, sorrowful figures. And it was very different from what I'd done already in the past up to that point. And I could see that the gallerists were a little nervous. They were like, how big are these? Because they were wanting those full oil paintings. And especially
all
in
like
like more of the
graders and stuff.
lowbrowy vibe, like they like that thick oil painting vibe. But these were a very different thing. Um,
Those that's
and it was
funny
one of
because
my,
I think of those paintings like I feel like they're pretty synonymous with their like fine art stuff.
yeah, what, the mourners?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it wound up being one of my best, it was easily one of my favorite shows, but also one of my best.
Let's see. Lee Smith said, I love Jay's watercolor work too. Wish there was a large version of The Secret. That book's pretty awesome.
Oh,
I wish there
yeah.
was, I wish there was like, I wish that book was still in print.
I forgot about that. Also, the watercolor person, if you check out The Secret and Damnation, um, I watercolored those.
It was Dreams that was doing watercolors.
Who?
And then Lee Dreams Beyond. I
Ah,
keep saying Dreams Beyond. I just shortened it to Dreams. Sorry, Dreams. Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men book was pretty cool. Seeing her take on horror using watercolors, said Dow.
I think,
Yeah,
and Dustin does a good job of, I think.
I can't believe I forgot to mention Peach in my shout outs because Peach's watercolors are some of my favorites also.
Oh, yeah.
And she works really big. Her pages are pretty large. Um, Dream said, I did not know Black Sad was watercolor. Holy shit. Yes, it is watercolor. There's a
What did you
page.
think it was? Digital?
I think there's a page in the
That's a real
second
question.
or
I'm not being an
third book.
asshole. Yeah.
There's a page in the second or third book that took a year to paint.
What?
One page. Yeah. It's a huge
Ghost of Lucian
crowd.
Freud took him over.
It's a huge like crowd scene, and it took
Hmm.
a year to paint. I have this really cool book. It's a French book. It was never published in English. But I use Google Translate, like Google Lens. But it's all about his watercolor process. So if you can get this, I think it's kind of expensive. Um, but it's all of his watercolor process and how he does all his pages. Oh, that shit! This is the crowd scene. He does like layouts, like multiple like color study layouts, and then he figures out and maps everything out, and it's pretty crazy. I'll have to bring this book to show you, Jason, because you'd be like, "What the fuck." But that book's awesome. If you can get one, go get it. They're not in print anymore, so good luck. Dreams Beyond said, "Thank you guys." Milos said, "Oh, dude, Juan Garnido kills it, and I know Marini as well. He does good work. He's just stellar. Scorpion is an excellent series to check out from him. Yeah, Scorpion and Gypsy are really cool. Those are some of his other books. I think Gypsy might be printed in English. Scorpion is not." Nemo said, "Hard on life because drawing needs drawing needs me." Love it. Which is that the Bic that you're using? Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Is that the Bic
I
you're using?
mumbled yes.
You
I
were.
mumbled
Oh,
it.
okay. We couldn't hear it. You were in the fucking zone.
Yeah, I was problem solving in my head, and I was just like, wait, oh, I think
You
Joe
were
said
locked
something.
in. No, you're good, dude. Um, Milo said, "Yeah, I often try using acrylics or whiteout, and it never covers the black surfaces properly. It can look cool, but I sometimes want to pull stuff out of the black." Um, Brad said, "I love using whiteout, the devil's blood. So toxic, but it works so well." Is that a whiteout,
Yeah.
Brad? I've never even heard of that.
What?
The
What?
devil's blood whiteout.
I don't think he. I don't think that's a real brand. I think that's just what he was
What he's calling it.
calling it. I could
Dream
be wrong.
said, "Tips for getting back into oil painting."
Pick up a brush, start oil painting.
Yeah, you just have to fucking do it.
I use both Galkid as a glazing medium that helps the oil paint dry faster, and also a cobalt dryer, which you just literally dip the tiniest bit of your brush into it, and it will your painting will be dry the next day. So like everybody's just like, oh, oil takes too long to dry. Like cobalt, I learned it from Kent Williams and a lot of illustrators who did oil paintings, for deadlines and illustration. And you need you can make it fast dry and still, be oil paint. So I highly recommend if you getting into it and you don't want to just sit there with your linseed oil painting sitting there drying for a month. To use a lot of Gal Kit is a great glaze. But the cobalt dryer is a lifesaver when it comes to speed.
That or paint really thin, like me.
Or paint
Because
really thin. I do
yeah,
not.
I like
I get a palette knife and
watercolor
I go
oil.
nuts.
I like almost turn. One time I did in high school, I did a project for art class, and it was a acrylic painting, and I turned it in, and my teacher was like, "Did you watercolor on a panel?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Yeah, this is watercolor, right?" And I was like, "No, that's acrylic." She's like, "Why? Why does it look like water?" I had thinned it so much that it was just washes.
You disrespected the acrylic. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Acrylic is just watery. I can't stand it.
yeah. I'm not a fan.
I
It's
I'll
cool
use
sometimes, like or for like underpainting kind of stuff.
yeah, I'll use it absolutely for underpainting. I mean, oil paint's expensive, so um and especially as a tonal painting. I love doing like gray, like black and white and gray paintings. and then going in with oil and starting to glaze in color on top of that.
I do the burnt umber, like burnt sienna,
Well,
and
you
I
do
just like,
you I work in layers and you work a la prima.
yeah, yeah. If I do an underpainting, like just for values, I'll just do burnt sienna, and I
Yeah,
usually don't even wait for it to dry. After it's like on there, I'll just go in there
it's
and
just
start
such a
knocking
fun
stuff
color to
out.
paint with too.
Yeah, there's so
Like,
much. It shows you how much like value you can really get from
yeah, that's and
one
I was
thing.
Kent would always put like little burnt sienna noses on people, like his Wolverine and stuff like that. I always like that touch of the nose.
Little burnt sienna noses. What is it? Adam Hughes does little he does little blush tip noses, like they're like kind of like
That's
pink and red.
yeah,
And
but the
yeah, everyone
painters,
looks kind of drunk.
yeah, yeah, yes, the painters wound up using burnt sienna with the watercolor at the end, and that's what gave them that kind of like little, yeah,
I love
that's
that.
cool.
Bradley said, whiteout pens, aka the devil's blood, so toxic but so good for covering any type of black ink. My ring finger tip has probably absorbed so much with the smudging. Yeah, do you prefer? Oh, I think it's actually a question here. Somebody said, "Do you like the Bic better than gouache?"
No,
It was J Dubs. Did you say no?
no, I like being able to adjust and play with the opacity and use a brush and get a finer cut with the lines and or with the edges and all of that. Um, the whiteout is purely a, solution to working on non-waterproof ink
What is this
because you
shit?
can't use gouache on non-waterproof ink. It
This is what I use
just
for
pulls up
whiteout.
the ink.
L-
Oh,
uh,
thank you.
Liquitex ink. It's like acrylic ink.
Yeah.
The only thing it takes sometimes it takes like 2 layers if you do it really thin. But this one's pretty old. It's getting kind of gross. Dreams Beyond said, also for galleries, do y'all apply to get in? He said, I wonder how the world is. Sorry, I've been asking so much tonight. I appreciate it so much.
That's why we're here.
Yeah,
That's why
that's literally why. Yeah, so you can just hang and talk hard shit.
good question. As a matter of fact, there is an answer. Schmooze. That's why a lot of people hate it. It's where a lot of people tap out. Um, but it's networking. It's going to those galleries that you want to show at and literally going to the openings and meeting people, not pushing yourself, but becoming a part of the community. And so inevitably, I befriended a few, artists that were showing, and they liked my work and they liked me, and they were kind enough to um, refer me. So basically, you're looking for referrals. You want an artist that is already showing at that gallery to pitch you to that gallery. Other than if not, then you're at the whim of trying to be, discovered or whatever. But uh,
Hmm.
so that, I mean, yeah, that's how I broke in, was with referrals. A
Hmm.
girlfriend that was a sculptor at the time would introduce me to a guy who did shows for up and coming artists downtown. So I started showing there. And then a couple of the artists that showed at the next gallery also showed there. So we started meeting up and, oh, you're a figurative guy. I'm a figurative. And so, um, and yeah, and then
Interesting.
inevitably, the gallery can trust it more when it's coming from one of their own.
Dang, that's kind of cool. That's like the opposite of how I started. I'm not networky like you though in that way.
Yeah.
Like I applied I think to one show and then I applied to one other gallery eventually when I got sick of the first one. And then after that, every other gallery I've shown with, they had just offered me, like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to be part of the show?
Yeah, inevitably you get around, and like if I've shown it Nucleus, it's because I wasn't introduced. I think I've gotten emails or whatever, or
Yeah.
invites, that kind of a thing. But yeah, that was the way for me. That was the clearest way of getting going, was kind of infiltrating the world, infiltrating their world.
What I will say though about applying to galleries, do not pay money to apply to galleries.
Yeah,
That is a scam. Do not be fooled. Please do not waste your money applying to galleries. Just send in your whatever submissions normal. If they require you to pay to do it, it's not probably a
no,
good idea.
I agree. I do agree with how. Like,
Yeah, don't let yourself be taken advantage of. Um, I will say that because I know that is a thing. So just yeah,
who's
don't
hurt
go
you,
down that
Joe?
road.
Who's hurt you?
No one's hurt me. I've heard that's a thing, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And then you look it up or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't be paying to show your work or a chance to show your work. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Um, Dream said also it's cool. I go by dreams too. Awesome, perfect. Because I would have probably kept doing it anyways. Lee said yes, and Damnation wished there was a larger version of that. I'm telling you, for Freak, we need to do it like a, even if it's just for issue one, we got to do like a treasury size,
Right down.
like a like that book needs to be seen as big as possible because you packed so much like goodness into it.
Thank you.
I don't think people are going to be quite ready for that when they see it.
That makes me
Even
happy.
when we've like teased it on Patreon, like showing like a little piece of something or working on something, they just fucking lose it on there. Like they love it. Like it's gonna be a milestone kind of book. Dream said,
Exactly.
yeah, for the question, coloring comics traditionally is new for me. I don't know many comic artists that do watercolors, sadly, but now that has changed. Thank you so much, guys.
That's awesome.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Dustin is one of my favorite guys that's currently doing it. Dustin Glenn is yeah, he's one of my absolute favorite contemporary guys doing it.
Um, Lee said, have you guys seen the noir version of Miller's Dark Knight Strikes Again? It's great. The original was so horribly colored.
Um,
Yeah,
no,
it's
but I have
colored pretty
seen
crazy.
the noir version of Dark Knight Returns, which honestly, everybody, like, if you want to see the first Sin City story, get the um get the noir edition of the Dark Knight Returns, because I got that thing and I started looking through those sharp black and white pages, and I was like, oh my God, this is genuinely a Sin City right before he started doing Sin City. Like, the color changes everything, and the color is great, but
On
seriously,
the
give it
first book, it is.
give it a look. What?
On the first book, it is. On Strikes Again, the coloring is
Oh yeah,
crazy.
no, no, I don't, I'm not talking about Strikes Again at all.
Yeah. The Strikes Again coloring is like
That's where I tapped out.
it's early digital coloring.
Yeah,
So it's like one of those things that older colorists started doing when they would color do work. Uh,
yeah,
and it was
it
like the
was,
everything in the kitchen sink method where they were like, ooh, look at all these cool like effects and this
yeah,
and that. And it
felt
like
some shit.
doesn't fit the artwork at all.
Yeah,
Unfortunately. That it's like kind of bad, but it's kind of awesome because it's bad,
No,
if
it's
that makes
pretty
sense.
terrible.
Yeah, but it kind of has this like charm to it where it's like, yo, what the fuck is this? But like, I kind of like it because it's fucked up looking. Like, there's something kind of charming about it being so bad. Like, it's not like it's almost there. It's like they completely missed the mark. But that's why it kind of works. At least for me. I'm like, yo, this looks like shit. I kind of like it. Like, in a special kind of way. You're just like, nah, not for me.
No, no,
Uh,
no, it was terrible. It felt awful. I
Sergio's
was like,
here. He
I
said,
guess this is over.
I really enjoy seeing this. Never seen you do. Never seen you doing your techniques live on these blues characters. Those are my favorite of your sketchbooks of your channel. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
some of my
for
favorite
being
too.
here.
I I came up very much in the poor South in Tennessee. The irony is that it would take me moving to North Carolina and meeting George Pratt to gain an appreciation for the blues. Uh, I didn't really have it when I actually lived in Tennessee.
That's when you were
Um,
into Nine Inch Nails.
yeah, and then with George, he was working on a documentary, and and then something clicked. Like with good art, sometimes music takes a minute. Um, and blues didn't appeal to me for the longest time, and then at some point it did, and when it really did, it hit pretty hard. And so I really like most of my music for the longest time were Delta blues because George was doing a documentary at the time on them, and so I was really just I was going over to his studio and listening to blues all day and learning to draw from models and all that kind of stuff. um and that's where I really I like Chicago blues and the electric stuff a little bit, but like there was just always something so beautiful and haunting about the Delta blues. It was just lonely and echoey and just honest. There was really no facade in that music. Like, the
I was
guys
going to say
singing,
there's
man,
like a
were just
deep
letting it
sadness.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Like
so
it's
I
it,
love
it
it. I
does have
mean,
like a haunting quality.
yeah, the honesty and it's typically just one dude and a guitar. It's not a band or anything. It's just there's something really lovely and direct about it. Um,
Yeah. It's like a like looking into someone's soul.
yeah, it's always once it hit, it really stayed with me, and I try to do when I do music, like I tend to try to just funnel it through that, make it art. But yeah, it's blues, and that's what
Shit.
led to Tom Waits.
Dream said that fast drying medium called question mark. He's talking about for the
Cobalt,
oil cobalt.
Cobalt dryer.
Do you have a brand preference?
No,
No. I think he's gonna go get it.
see, it was stuck to something because it was dry. Okay, I don't know where to go. Can you see that?
Yeah, they should be able to
Is
see
that
it.
blurry or should it go here?
Yeah, that oh there it is. There it is. That thing looks
Grumbacher.
nasty.
Grumbacher. That's a good brand. That's a good brand of paint too.
Brad said I erased that first message, but I guess it went through. But yes, whiteout it's the devil's blood. Uh drawing on brick glass metal. Um great artist tag on the Go pen. Used to draw on beer bottles for people. Oh shit, that sounds kind of cool.
That's kind of hardcore,
Yeah, I want to see that at a drink and draw. That would go hard.
right?
Lee said, always loved Kent's burnt sienna noses.
Yeah.
J Dub said, thank you. You're welcome. Nemo said, I know some art galleries will let you hang for free, but when the show is over, you need to pick up your artwork. Yeah, that might be the case sometimes. I guess you would need to pick up your artwork if it doesn't sell, but that's okay. They don't all sell.
They don't.
I won't say the artist. It's someone you and I both know, but they did a solo show. I think it was
Yeah.
their first or second solo show, and they didn't sell a single piece after like working on it for like a year. Um,
I It
it
sucks.
happens.
I
Like it
flipped
just
my
happens. It is
shit
what it is.
when I had my first solo at Corey Helford. I flipped my shit when they like called and said like one or two pieces sold pre-opening, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be a painter!"
You already were a painter.
But I was just like, I'd not really sold anything, and or I
Oh,
mean,
at the
yeah,
time.
yeah, and this it was like a group show for artists, and that was my first go at Corey Helford, and um like most yeah, and like most of the paintings that I had brought had sold, um one of which went on to show at the Smithsonian at the Portrait Gallery, and then got me my exhibits at 101 exhibit, the Smithsonian.
Not the Smithsonian. I was gonna say name dropper,
It
motherfucker.
is. It is. I was. You keep getting yelled
No,
at.
honestly, no.
Don't
That
mention
that
it
is
enough.
no. That's a big accomplishment, I think. Now, what we
Oh
need
yeah.
to do, we need to infiltrate LACMA and MoMA.
Yeah.
They just opened that new David Geffen wing. We need to go check out. Um, did you see James Jean has a print in there?
At the LACMA.
Yeah, I think he has a piece. It's part of the David Geffen thing, but he has a print, and I was like, "Oh, how much is this print gonna be?" Fucking like $550. I was like, "No, oh, I can have
Yeah.
all the James Jean books, no prints though." I
Yeah. He
have,
has those
I have
fine
plenty.
art
Yeah,
prints.
he's doing well. He does a really cool. They're like raised off the page, and
Yeah.
they're worth the money. I'm just like, no. I only have like a couple of very expensive,
No.
like super fine art prints. I have a Kevin print, um,
Okay.
like that, like a crazy like fine art one. I have number two, and then Kerry King from Slayer has number one. And it was because when he like posted that they were available, I texted him, and then Kerry King's wife texted him at the exact same time, but she was like a second faster than me. So she got number
Who?
one. I got number two. Kerry King, the guitar player from Slayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
they have number one. I have number two. And he's like, yeah, you
Ah.
guys like texted me at the exact same time, but her message came through like a second faster. I was like, come on. But that's okay. Lee said, yeah. And I think that's why Miller and his wife split up. The coloring was so awful. I
I'm pretty
mean,
sure it might have been the alcohol.
yeah. And the 9/11 conspiracies.
Yeah. He's just kind of.
He kind of
I'm really
lost it for a
thrilled.
bit.
Honestly, I'm grateful. Really happy that he kind of came back. He said that was
Yeah.
dreadful behavior, and regretted it. And I feel like
Yeah.
he's not that guy anymore, at least for the most part.
I think he was in New York. He was living in New York. He still lives there when all that was happening. So I could see how he could
Well, that's when he was doing Sin City and just
form.
drinking his ass off. So he was just
No, but
full of
I'm saying
machismo and
like
shit.
the Dark Knight like Strikes Back shit.
Hmm.
I could see how because that whole book got like rewritten and redrawn. Um, and then he went on his like crusade for a little while. He was like known to be kind of xenophobic.
Oh yeah, what was the Holy Terror thing?
Yeah, it was all like post 9/11 shit though. and I think he's like kind of walked a lot of that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at I could see how being a New Yorker living in New York, and then you see those buildings good. I could see how he could freak out a little bit. I'm not excusing it, but
Oh no,
perspective,
I
yeah,
was
I could
scared to
see how.
death, man. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
when that happened.
I
Weird
know, yeah,
times.
different channels.
But yeah, it made a terrible. It was one of the worst sequels of all time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bin Laden.
Ah,
No, I'm kidding. Um, Lee said the noir version was great, though. I finally realized what he was aiming for with that book. Once you took away the dreadful
oh,
colors, I guess it just works all of a sudden.
that's good to hear.
I'll just stick to
If
regular
it's
Dark Knight.
true,
Yeah, I'm curious what those black and white pages look like. Gear said, Jason, again, your process and your is fantastic. He just said, and your is fantastic. But I got to go to bed. I have to wake up early for work. Much love. See you next time. God bless. Good night. Good
good
night,
man.
Gear.
Have a great night.
Thanks for hanging.
We're about to take off as well. It's 8:42.
Yeah, we're having a good time tonight. Chat strong. Viewers are
Yeah,
strong. Everybody's hanging. I can't wait to see
everything's
everyone's drawings. Let me put up the
everything's
little.
great when you don't have any responsibility.
I'll put up the little drawing banner, and I'll just read these comments. So if you guys drew along with us tonight, you can send your drawings in. If you have until next Thursday before we go live to send your drawings in. So if you drew along with us or you're watching this after the fact and now you're drawing and you're inspired, send them in. I'll share them at the beginning of the next stream. So tune in so you can see your stuff up here. See what we say about it, how much we like it.
Who judge you?
Um, Nemo said,
Great.
I love what my art looks like for 2026. So much work, and it's just going to keep going. Hell yeah, Nemo.
Oh yeah.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop. Ooh, wait.
No, I was going to say, no, we're going to get demonetized.
Ah, you know what? We should if that's how it went.
That is how that goes. If you like
No,
have
that's
a
not.
ringtone song on your phone, it can fucking trigger
Yeah.
that
Well, that's all.
because it's copyrighted.
That's no fun.
Lee said, "Cool. Which painting was that at the Smithsonian?"
And the art book is called Repeater, and it was one of the first ones of this woman in a mask or holding a mask.
Is that should be on our website, so you can go to
Mm-hmm.
studiojsa.com and you can go check out all of Jason's amazing paintings. Um, Nemo said, "Oh wait, no, I already read that shit." uh, Dream said, "Oh, I have a question. Tips for pricing your work, especially paintings."
I truly enjoy people who calculate their hours and the materials and all of that. And I don't think I've ever once priced a painting based on any of that. So
Yeah, some people do it by square foot. I know Kevin does.
I honestly price my work based on what has already existed on the price my based on my already existing price point. And if it's been a significant amount of time or whatever amount of time since um or that is sold, I will raise that by maybe a 10%. Um and so then I can keep consistent as far as collectors go, so they know that when they do buy a painting, it's a value and it's not going to drop. But also, and then just getting the amount, it's yeah, it's the lamest answer. It's what feels right. Don't
You should.
you know honestly, when I first started pricing my stuff, for real shows, the gallerist helped me. I said my price and they laughed, and then they priced the work, which was much higher, and then they sold it. They know their clientele. But you know, I don't know, because people will say be timid or make it affordable or whatever, but honestly, none of those really
Matter.
actually matter, because
You should
I
know
was
your
told
worth.
I priced my piece in a group show at um what is it that I was all is also Deleuze de Jesus
Oh,
de
yeah, it's a LA gallery.
yes
Like Jesus Jesus
yeah,
de la Nus.
but we did a group show there, and I was told that I might have priced my painting too much, and inevitably um it was one of the first ones that sold to Johnny Depp. It's weird, as weird as it is to say something like that, but like, you honestly don't know when Johnny Depp's going to walk in the gallery and just buy a painting. I've had paintings sell sight unseen to corporate people at Nike, um, and so price it something that feels right. You know, like, not this justifies my whatever. It's like, if someone took this out of your studio right now and offered you some kind of compensation for it, what would make you feel okay? Like, that's honestly it. Um, and then I mean, and that's only after you've already done your own market thing of like, okay, this is what I've sold for in the past, and I need to sell near there plus 10%. And then you stay in those parameters. And it's you look at David Cho's fucking art books, and he talks about how he wasn't selling the artwork, the amount of artwork he wanted to sell, so he just started adding zeros to how much to how much he was selling his art for. And he said all of a sudden people started buying it. He said he made his first million off his artwork before Facebook was even a factor. And so, truly, pricing art, it's honestly who blinks first. If you have a drawing and you say that's a $20,000 drawing, and they're like 20,000, and you don't laugh, then they'll be like, oh shit, okay, never mind, that's a $20,000 drawing. Believe in it. But I've priced my work the times I have priced it too high, I immediately fold because I don't believe in it. Um, so I need to be comfortable with the price, but that's it. That's my best.
You should just know your worth. Like
Know your worth.
what you're comfortable with. Um,
It's
you know,
really just got to feel right, honestly, because you could sell it for what you're told to sell it for, and it's just not. It doesn't. It leaves a little hole in you, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
it was worth
And
letting
if you
go.
are doing things like custom framing or something, maybe account that into your pricing a little,
Yeah,
or just take it on the ass for it.
but yeah, there's
Is
always like
whatever it is, $100
exclusivity
that
and
you,
marketing
yeah.
that can be added to it, which is great.
But you
But
never like price yourself down just to sell things. Just
fuck
like
no.
stick to your guns. And you
Yeah.
should
So
have like
yeah,
a 2 to 5% increase annually, uh, just to increase your previous collectors, like so that they know your work's going up in price. So
I like 10%,
like
but that's me.
yeah, 2 to 5%, I think is okay. You could do 10%.
See, fuck the rules, man. Fuck the
But yeah, it's
rules.
literally just like whatever you want to do. I mean, if you go look at the artwork Ringo Starr is selling that he made on MS Paint, and you see the price of it, you'll be like, I don't know about that, but people are buying it, and
And that's it. You don't know
he
what's going to
he
catch
thinks it's
on.
worth it. He thinks it's
Yeah,
worth it. So like, it's subjective. Art's subjective. Um, but don't
I
sell yourself lower than you should.
there's a dude that told me at a New York Comic Con once that he's like 2,200 for this page. I said, yeah. He said I could go over there and get a Jack Kirby for less than 2,200. I
You're like,
said, dude, you should go get that.
Yeah, keep on stepping.
Because I'm not going to lower my prices. But if you can get a Jack Kirby for cheaper than a Jason Sean Alexander, fucking go for
Like,
it.
yeah, that sounds like a great deal on a Jack Kirby page. I'm sure
I
Jack
know,
Kirby
like
would be fucking
get me
pissed.
one.
Yeah, Jack, he'd be pissed.
I'm like, dude, I'm not, you know, I don't, I negotiated down actually for a commission this
You're
year.
below the line,
Oh, you're
the
below
sight
the line.
line.
Um, I did negotiate down this year on a couple of commissions, and I don't know if it was just like fear of not getting more conventions because it was definitely a weird vibe at the convention so far. But anyway, I did that, and uh, I've still not forgiven myself for it. It still
Yeah, and
haunts
you
me,
created some fucking awesome pieces that like
right? And you're letting
you should
some
be
like
happy I wasn't
cheapskate
there.
motherfucker talk you into like, oh, it's not worth that much. And I'm like, "Oh." And
Yeah,
they
oh,
don't say it that way, but
you should be
yeah,
glad I wasn't there. If they would have paid double.
I know. I feel,
Like
and when I did it, like I was like, oh, dude, that was amateur hour. But just so you know, everybody can fuck up.
if you want to be a successful artist, I recommend if you can afford it, hire an artist to help you. Because if they're good at art business shit, they're gonna defend the fuck out of you.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I
So
have a Joe.
go find. I was gonna say go find yourself a Joe because
Yeah, I got one. He's
uh
been pretty good.
dude,
He's
you
a good
should see.
guy.
One time I did like it was a like an estate sale. My parents in law needed help with for and they're like, oh, what do you think? Like $5 for this stuff? And I was like, hell no. I was like 25. And then you know how like estate sales go, people drive up and they're like a garage sale kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, can I get both of these for a discount like 15?" I was like, "No, 50 for both. Just regular price." They're like, "Okay, I'll pay the 50." Yeah, I got a free Disneyland trip and then some out of that. They're like,
Well, I mean,
"Holy
because
shit, he
honestly,
sold everything and we made like thousands and thousands of dollars."
if you're
I was out
buying
there all day
something,
hustling.
you if any, yeah, you increase the value of that stuff because they're like, oh shit, this is actually worth what they're saying it's
Yeah.
worth because they're not willing
That
to bend.
I think there was like a couple people who
That's
like
good.
they asked what the price was and then they tried to tell me way lower, like $10. And then I was like, now it's 30.
Ah,
And then they left and they came back and they tried that shit again. And I was like, now it's 50. And they ended up just paying whatever the price I said was.
oh my god.
They just were like, well, I was like, you already came back. Now the price has gone up because there's value to this. You want it. No, I'm gonna get the money out of you.
They're like, this isn't working at all.
Yeah, it backfired on them. They paid double. So price your artwork like that.
Yeah. There's a
Stick
great.
to your guns.
I was listening to like one of the books I was listening to, like it was had a really great go to of like, I just want to see what I can get away with. Just want to see if I can sell a painting for 30 grand. I just want to see if I can do it. Fuck it. Why not? Um, Try not to launch. My best advice is to try not to launch into fine art if that's your only vehicle for making money, because you will immediately turn it into a way to just make money. If you're making art, at least for your first show, you know, have income so then the work you're making can be honest and fun instead of, oh shit, how am I going to sell something? I've always done my best work when I've been doing comic books as well, because I didn't have to worry about selling in order for it to, so I could focus on just making the work. Uh, if you let it creep in of like, oh, what's going to be sellable art, you're going to fail. Um, but if I already have an income, then I'm not worried if it sells or not, and I can just be
Yeah.
honest with my art.
Just yeah, don't make shit to sell it. Make shit to make it. Make the art
Make
to make
shit to
it.
make it. All
We should
right,
put that on a t-shirt.
that's it.
Studio JSA on the back. It'll say in like impact font like a metal t-shirt. Make shit to make it.
Make shit to make it. I like
Maybe
it.
we should make those for Dragon Con. I feel like people would buy those, and they could just say like "fuck AI" at the bottom.
I like it. My
Yeah,
thing
I
just
got
says
my.
I got 5%, so we gotta
All
get
right,
out of here.
all right. We're gonna wrap it up, kids. Let's see. We have a couple more comments. J Dubs, who I saw emailed me. He said, "I feel bad. Jason's been drawing for like 2 hours. I drew for like 30 minutes. Legend."
Let me see. There we
Lee said, "That is the best advice for pricing artwork I've ever heard."
go. Thanks for that.
Nemo said 0.2 millimeter are cool, gives a lot of space to keep drawing. Yeah, that's a tight nib you would be doing with. Red Cat Man said hi everyone. Hi Red Cat Man. We're wrapping it up,
Hello.
but you can watch the playback.
We did
Um,
blues tonight. There's some
it
blues.
was a blues night. It was a free draw blues night. That's the most like jazzy blues thing that it could be. Free draw. Um, Dreams Beyond said, "Gonna spruce up the rest of mine. Thanks so much, guys. Also tagged y'all on my Instagram, a little sneak peek of my piece." And then he put his Instagram handle, so I'll put it here. Go check out Dreams' piece that he posted on Instagram.
I mean, I had to draw that so big. I have to back up all the way.
Oh yeah, those are
Thanks.
yeah, they're big. What are the 11 by 17 or 1824?
These are 1824s.
Yeah, of course they are. No, I'm kidding. He's like, "Where's the biggest pages I can find?" And I will be scanning those on Monday.
You know,
Yeah, go check out Dreams on Instagram. Lee said, "Thanks, guys. Always inspiring and encouraging and informative. You're welcome."
you're
Gao
welcome.
said, "Appreciate the stream, y'all. You're welcome." Like I said, send in your drawings. We'll show them at the beginning of next stream. You have until Thursday before we go live. We'll see you guys
We will see you guys.
next
Thank you.
week.
See you
Yes,
next week.
bye. Oh, wait, what did I do? All right, bye.